she's back. Hi. Am I back? I'm trying to make a comeback. Funny enough, straight after I said this, I will continue to produce content you will love. Poof, she disappears into thin air. I'm sorry. I really apologize for that. You know, you never know when all of a sudden life happens and gets in the way of making videos, of you making videos. And so there's too much to explain here, and it's not that kind of channel, you know, it's not like a vlog channel or something where I'm like, oh, I disappeared, this is what happened in my life. But one thing I will say is I'm kind of living in between two countries at the moment. So I'm living in UK and Portugal, so I'm making a very slow transition to Portugal, but in the meantime, I kind of have two homes. I have two homes. I'm buying land in Portugal and I'm building on the land, and in the meantime I'm here and I'm going back and forth. And so yeah, the filming, well, the preparing the videos, filming, editing, making thumbnail, uploading, replying to comments, all of that just kind of went right out the window, and I apologize for that. I'm trying to make a slow comeback, so bear with me. Bear with me. I'm sure I'll be able to film some more videos. So anyways, for you, what does this mean? That at least when I sit down to film a video, it's going to be quality. It's going to be something useful. It's not just going to be trying to rush those videos and get them out once a week. It's more going to be like, oh, I've got something really important to say, or very interesting, or I found something that I want to share, and then I'm going to sit down and film the video. And then hopefully get back into the routine of doing them weekly. Like before. So yes, I have to apologize. I have had a little skim through the comments earlier, and oh my god, there's so many comments. I'm really sorry for not having replied to comments. I was just completely off social media, YouTube, all the channels, and just really focusing on moving forward with other things in my life. That is that. Now, if you live in Portugal, or if you know anyone who lives in Portugal who is in the crypto space or in the wellness space, because as many of you know, I'm also in the wellness space, then let me know in the comments below, and yeah, maybe I can make some friends. I don't know anyone yet. Okay, but it's not like I've done nothing at all. I actually have been doing something behind the scenes, and it's rebranding. I have a friend who is the loveliest soul on earth. She is amazing, and she is multi-talented. She's so talented. Anything she touches turns to gold. And so I asked her, because she's so talented, I was like, hey, you know what? Have you seen my channel? Have you seen my logo and my channel art? Could you work your magic? Guess what she did? She turned this into this. And she turned this into this. Wait, that's me. Yeah. Do you like when, we should give her a name. What's her name? Do you like when Professor Crypto appears in the videos? Let me know in the comments. Although it's too late now, the artwork is done. But let me know what you think. Is she a bit silly? Maybe she's a bit silly. Maybe she's a bit silly. Okay, so I just wanted to say, isn't my friend amazing? She's so talented. Let's have another look at that logo. Let's see. Oh no, this doesn't. I was going to pull this to the camera, but nah, that doesn't work. Let's zoom in. I'm going to get rid of this chair. It's like so squeaky. It's like, listen. Distracting. That's better. That looks horrible. I want a plant in my backdrop. I want a plant. That does not look good. It looks so cluttered. Okay, whatever. Off you go. Bye-bye. Listen up there, listen up. That's not everything. So my friend, her name is Flor. She, not only did she do my artwork, my beautiful artwork, but she also called me Cryptorina. She's like, hey, Cryptorina. I was like, Cryptorina? I like that. I like that. Boho Crypto Girl. That is very long. What do you guys think? Should I change my name to Cryptorina? Let me know. Where does Cryptorina come from? My name is Corina. Crypto. Rina. Cryptorina. I like it. I think she's a genius. If you'd like to get in touch with my genius friend Flo, then see the description below. I will leave her contact details there. Please be aware that she is a busy bee and she is, you know, selective. She's going to only take on projects that resonate with her type of art, and so that's what artists do. That's what real artists do, okay? So, you know, she will see whether your project is a fit for her, whether she has the time available, and yeah, you can just take it from there. Description. Flo. Follow her on Instagram. She is a yogi. She's a wellness professional as well. And this is her Instagram right here. Make sure you give her a follow. She is amazing. Got my plant. Okay, so now to the juicy stuff. Let's move on to Bitsgap. It's surprisingly sunny in London. It's like winter time, the sun is shining. Let me just repeat myself again. I truly apologize for being a ghost these past few months. I don't know how long it was, maybe 2, 3, 4 months. 4 months? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how long it was. I really did lose track of time and I really apologize. And I will behave. I will behave from now on. Well, I will try. I'll try. And on that note, let me reply to some of the comments here, live, like a Q&A. I need to find the YouTube app. Oh my God, how did it look earlier? And I didn't manage to really read through all of the comments because there were so many. But let's do this. On the Bitsgap tutorial, Christine Doc asks, how about the transaction fees? Is a transaction fee already deducted in the profit shown? Well, the bot includes the transaction fees when opening the bot. So it takes the transaction fees into account. So at the end of the day, what you see is what you get. What's your name? Oh, and I've actually also seen this question further down by Amy Campos, if I remember. Amy Campos, I think. But basically they're asking, how do you choose your grid levels? First of all, you need to understand what the grid levels are. So the grid levels are the amount of levels that you have on the bot. Say, for example, you open a bot with 30 grid levels. It would immediately put 30 grids on your bot for it to trade between. So how do you choose your grid levels? So basically, I like to go the maximum amount of grid levels, because that means that the bot can also place more trades. It depends on how fast the price moves on the chart as well, because say, for example, you've got this spacing between your grids and price is going very slow. It doesn't quite hit this level, it comes back down, doesn't quite hit this level, and it takes ages, and then it goes boom and it hits that level. That's one trade. And so I like to have more grid levels, but also, you know, there's also like a percentage that it trades of your portfolio within the grid levels. And without making it too complicated, what I like to do is I like to go maximum amount of grid levels for the amount of money that I have on the bot. So say, for example, I put $1,000 on the bot, and I will just keep testing to see what's the maximum amount of grid levels that I can put, right? So say, for example, I put 44 grid levels. I'm like, all right, let me put 44. Let me see if I can put 45. Oh, it lets me put 45. Let me see if I can put 46. Oh no, I can't put 46, so then I'll go with 45. That's how I choose my grid levels personally, because I like to have more levels, more opportunities for the bot to hit those levels and make the trades rather than not. Next question, Jerry Low Feriol. Sorry, my pronunciation is probably completely off, but is it possible to lose trades, or does the bot only place winning trades? The bot only places winning trades, so that's great. So at the beginning, when you open a bot, you might see that it might go in the red because, you know, it's just doing its thing there. But then after that, you'll see that the bot only places winning trades. Now, your investment change can go down. Say, for example, you are trading Sol ETH. You're accumulating ETH, basically. So you're using the momentum of Sol to accumulate ETH. If Sol and ETH tend to go up, say, for example, 8% at the same time on the same day, you're not really going to make any money. So you want Sol to outperform ETH, basically. But that's another, you know, that's another topic. But if, for example, the bot is going down, so the value of your investment is decreasing, but the bot is still making the trades, what it's doing is still accumulating ETH. So say, for example, you started with 0.001 ETH, and then on the way down, you have 0.001, blah, 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 right? And then say, for example, it's going down and then you end up with 0.002, but the value of your portfolio is still less than what you began with. So the moment prices start to recover and go back to the upside, then you will see that when you get to the same entry level, right? So say you entered here and then price went down. But when you come back up to this level, you will be at this level with more profits. So with a higher value in your portfolio. The value of your portfolio is going to be higher. Does that make sense? Next question. Alexander. Venus is a strong project. Yes, I totally agree. RC VTOL kits. Probably it's not that simple. Maybe she's bankrupt. No more videos and no more answers. I'm sorry. From your comment, it seems as though you miss me. I appreciate that. But I'm definitely not bankrupt. Cristiano Moreno, rockets, rockets, rockets to the moon. We are going to the moon. Bruce Wave, appreciate the info. I'm just going to read out, love the CRO content, thank you. I'm just going to read out the questions just to make it a bit faster. Really don't get how you know if grid levels will hit in the right order. If you hit one of them, you need to hit an opposite one, but what if it keeps going the wrong way? Well, in trading, as I said before, it's not going to just go down or up, you know, it goes up and down, up and down. Like if you have like a big long green candle, say for example on the hourly chart, if you go to the 4 hourly or to the 1 hourly, you're going to see that it's not just, it's going to be going up and down, up and down, up and down. And all of that is going to be contained within the one green, say daily candle. When you open the bot, it also holds a bag of your outs. So if price keeps going down, it's just going to keep buying with, you know, your other currency, right? And then when price starts to go back up again, it starts selling. But when you open the bot, it's holding a certain amount of both. Just, you know, just if it just so happens that happens, that price goes down and it never comes up to your other grid, right? Then it's just going to use what you have available. Also, if you check your open orders, you'll be able to get a better idea of what trades are sitting there waiting to be triggered. Alexei Petkovic. Okay, so my question comes from my current bot. In this situation, I'm using SBot to generate BTC. Well done, that's great. If you don't have a lot of BTC already, that is definitely a really good strategy. It's always good to accumulate more. The bot is generating about 3.5% for 24 hours, and that is okay, but my overall change is negative. And when I look in stats, everything is negative, although my current price point is almost 10% up from entering the bot. How is this possible? Right, it's, I'm not sure I understand. I would probably have to have a little look, but I think what is happening here is that your investment change is going down. So the value of what you have in BTC and the other alts that you've used to trade against BTC, the value of that is probably down. Yeah, so if your overall change is negative, then that's what's happening there. But if you see that you're almost 10% up in BTC value, in BTC coins, basically, then that's all good. You just have to wait for price to go back up again and your change is going to go into the green. That's perfectly fine. Don't need to worry. Don't need to worry. Keep those hands strong. James Raddick. I use the grid trading feature in Binance Futures. This is my strategy. I look for coins that have gone parabolic in the last 24 hours. Highest gainers. Simply put, a coin that has increased in enormous value in the past 24 hours. The law of physics says what goes up must come back down. So I activated a grid to short sell that coin for the next 24 hours or until the nearest support level. Average gain approximately is 20%. I use a 5x leverage, so with a $1,000 account, that's approximately $200 a day. It's an evil but profitable strategy. Evil, you've said it. Look, there is futures for a reason. You can make a lot of money with futures, but you need to know what you're doing. You have to feel like that's the strategy for you. So, you know, people would have strategies of this kind when they don't have as much, sorry James, technical analysis experience, but it's working for James. And so that's good for you, James. That's amazing. And also, like, you know, if you are risking throwaway money or money that you're just willing to play with and you're willing to lose it all, then you can do whatever you want, really. As somebody who has gone to trading school, I see it as a little bit risky, but if it's working for you, you know, it's great that you've put it out there because other people who are not like too attached to the money that they have, you know, and who are willing to lose it all can also try your strategy. And I know that there's people who are doing this. And I think nowadays as well with crypto, it doesn't really always follow the rules of technical analysis, because there's so much happening in this space. It's driven by news, it's driven by hype, you know, there's so many other things influencing the market. And so, you know, yeah, I totally believe that this strategy works for you, and thank you for sharing it. What I do want to say is that if you're a beginner, please don't play around with futures. Just because it's very easy to make a mistake and lose everything, and just, you know, just be safe, unless you have, you know, a portfolio with a certain amount of money in there that you're willing to blow. Then do what you want. Okay, let's see. Next question. Siraj Sheikh. Bitsgap, is it secure? So, Bitsgap is secure because it has no access to your funds. So what you do, you link your Bitsgap to your exchange. You're not sharing any of your private information with Bitsgap. You just attach it. You're creating a key specifically for Bitsgap, and then that's the only thing you're sharing with Bitsgap, but it's a key, right, for Bitsgap to be able to trade your funds, but it has no access to your funds, so don't worry, it's secure. Rashad, hey Warren, I'm just going to put that up there because it made me laugh. That's really funny. Q8 Direct. Hi, how are you? How is the Bitsgap doing with you after past 4 months of use? Do you recommend it? I do recommend Bitsgap. I do recommend Bitsgap, 100%. And yes, so I haven't actually been on my bots for the past 4 months. And so I have decided to close them and reopen them to make a new video for you guys. You can open bots and just leave them and not check on them for 8 months or for however long, and then just, you know, go back and every now and then take your profits. You can do that because I was like not really like focusing too much on, you know, making profits and staying on top of everything, and I was just doing long-term investments. I had bots open for I think the last bot that I opened was 4 months ago, and my bots were still generating profit. Just when I went back and I looked, they weren't generating as much profit, because, you know, it is smart to rotate your bots based on market sentiment, or based on, basically, to put that simple, you know, what's happening in the market, right? And so, you know, like say for example, CoTi USDT was one of my very, very good performing bots, but it has a shelf life. Something is going to come along and it's going to, you know, perform better than CoTi. And so if you're in the right place at the right time, you can open a bot for another currency that is like getting a bit more attention in the market, and then that bot is going to outperform the CoTi bot, for example. And so I had bots that were still generating, I need to go back and look, but it was probably like 0.something% a day, maybe 0.2% per day. That's good. That's a good return. But because I wasn't actively rotating my bots or actively closing and opening bots, I wasn't making a 1% per day. Like some of my bots were making, when I opened Cocos BNB, it was making about like 2.5% per day until it went, you know, into range, and I just left it, you know, but, you know, it's totally up to you. But yes, to answer your question, my bots were definitely doing great. I did screen record it before I closed all the bots. So you can see that all of my bots were in the green, and they've been in the green the whole time. And even when we had a little bit of a bear market, my bots stayed in the green because I just left them open. Dr. KC555. Hey, so if the market crashes, can the bot also make profits shorting your pairs? You would have to go into futures for this. You've got the trailing down option, but that's not necessarily like shorting the market. Trailing down, it's just moving your grid levels from here to here. So you'd still be trading down here, but that's not shorting the market. So you're not going to make as much profits if the market is really going down steeply. For that, you need to go into the combo bot, which uses futures to trade. And so if you have a little bit of experience trading futures, then you can do that. Otherwise, get informed about how to use futures, and, you know, don't risk more than you can afford to lose. Just play around with very tiny amounts of money. If you really want to short the market, that's the way to do it. You also have down coins, like for example, if you're trading Link, you can do Link down, or say for example, if you're trading ETH down, it's going to trade it in the opposite direction. If you're a beginner, it's just a little bit more tricky and complicated to trade going down. So I know it sounds easy, but you can lose more money trading a bear market than you can trading a bull market, so just bear that in mind. Relaxing song. Is it secure to give security key to Bitsgap? Yes, it is, because you're creating a security key, especially for Bitsgap. And as I said before, Bitsgap has no access to your funds, and so it is secure. Don't worry about it. Kind Music says that Binance is banned in the UK. Yes, this has been ongoing news. Back when I checked, Binance wasn't banned. It was just like a certain area of the operation that was banned in UK, okay? And they just needed to like get their act together. But you were completely able to use your spot account. That was totally fine. And I have been using Binance actually. You know, it's not like I've went completely off the grid, but I have actually been using Binance. I've been doing little things here and there in crypto. Like I have been in the space. I just haven't been making videos and I haven't been opening new bots. But I have been actively using my Binance account. And the last time I used my Binance account was yesterday to send money somewhere, and it works. Your spot account, as long as you're using your spot account, it works. It's fine. You can also use KuCoin. You don't have to use Binance. I would leave a link in the description below for KuCoin if you'd like to sign up to that exchange. Instead, it works just as good as Binance, so you can do that if you like. The only thing with Binance is that I don't know if they've fixed it yet, but if you want to withdraw to your bank account, that is currently suspended in the UK, so you'd have to send your money to Coinbase, and then, but it's just so fast. With Coinbase, it's instant. It arrives in your bank like that, and I don't think I've paid any fees, so it makes sense anyway. You can just send your money from Binance to Coinbase, and then you can withdraw it to your UK bank account from Coinbase. And yeah, when it comes to using Binance, there's no problem if you're using your spot account. It's working perfectly fine, so you can connect the bot. I actually set a friend up with a bot just recently, and he is using Binance. This was about like a week ago. I set a friend up a week ago with a bot, and he's using Binance, so it works perfectly fine. Feel free to use Binance, but as I said before, you can use KuCoin. There's other exchanges. You can look into the exchange section on Bitsgap, and you can see all of the different exchanges that they support, and you can pick one. I like Binance because it's just got really good liquidity. You can pay your fees in BNB to get a reduction in fees, in trading fees. And it's just very user-friendly, it's easy to use, and I've just been using it for ages. So that's why I kind of suggest Binance. But yeah, you can use other exchanges as well. That was a long answer to a short question. Oh, what a beautiful comment. Like, it's not a question, but I'm going to read it out because it's just like, you know, I like receiving these kind of comments from you guys. It's nice. It keeps me going. And oh my goodness, this was like 3 months ago, and now I feel bad for not posting any more videos. DZMe Linux, you are absolutely underrated and amazing. Thank you. Let's ignore that you are gorgeous and funny. Oh, you have said things in other videos which I have never heard from 1 million videos from others about trading, Bitsgap, bots, etc. Please keep going with your videos. Every time I watch one of your videos, there is a gem for me to be discovered, helping me to get better in trading. Thanks a lot for putting up with us and teaching us in a very charming, funny, educational and funny way. You're a star. Thank you so much for that comment. Yeah, that made my day. Thank you. Oh, and there's just like another one, Smart and Up Consulting, 3 months ago. I'm sorry. I will reply. I like how she takes this extremely complex subject like algo trading and make it seem like baking a cake. It doesn't hurt that she is pleasant on the eyes and has a joyful energy either. God bless this woman. Thank you. Okay, I'll stop reading these ones now. Like, these are for me. I will read them afterwards. Oh, somebody said happy birthday to me. Oh, thank you. Somebody realized it was my birthday 3 months ago. Oh, that's Zatalim. He's like one of my, you know, he was there from the start, Zatalim. Yeah, from the very start. Big supporter of mine. Thank you. Thanks for the happy birthday wishes. I'm sorry I didn't get back to that. I will. And I said I wasn't going to read. I said I was only going to read questions. Oh, you guys are so sweet. You're so sweet. You are a cute sweetie pie. I apologize if I've missed any questions. There are a lot of comments. I am literally going to have to get into bed and literally just you know, start replying to all of these beautiful comments and questions. So I really apologize if I missed yours. I was just skimming through them as quickly as possible just for this video, to make it like a little bit different, like a Q&A kind of video, even though there's nobody asking me live questions. It's just just comments. That was fun. So now let's move on to the bots. Now to the moment you've been waiting for. Let's have a little look at what bots I'm going to open, because as I said before, I closed all of my bots. I had loads of bots, but it was about time to rotate them and to open some new ones and to close old ones. I might actually even open some of the ones that I had before. I really like OGN BTC because they kind of stay within, you know, like OGN just makes some massive moves down and then some massive moves back up. And I like that because you can like really catch the momentum. And that's what I wanted to talk about actually right now. So when it comes to choosing your bots, you don't want to choose currencies that are moving together at the same time. So say for example, Sol goes up 4% for the day and ETH goes up 4% for the day. On the chart, you're not going to see a movement. You're not going to, like, you're going to see barely any movement because, you know, they both are going up at the same time. And so you want to choose a currency that outperforms the other. That's why, you know, USDT bots do really well, because USDT just stays like that and then the other currency does its thing, right? But the only problem with USDT bots is that while you're accumulating USDT, that's always just going to stay, you know, reflecting the price of the US dollar. It's not really going to appreciate in value unless you take the USDT and you put it somewhere else. Now, as a beginner, it's actually quite complicated to understand, you know, trading against another currency that is also fluctuating in price, like ETH and BTC. But if you don't have a lot of BTC in your portfolio yet, and you don't have a lot of ETH, and you don't have a lot of BNB, I definitely recommend BNB, then it could be worth you trading against these currencies even as a beginner, and then just taking a little bit longer to wrap your head around it. As a beginner, you can get quite emotional. And say, for example, Sol is going up and you're doing Sol BTC. Sol is going up, BTC is going up. And then all of a sudden, you know, the market goes down a little bit. We're going into a little bit of a bear run, you know, when everything is just going a little bit down. What's going to happen here is that Sol is going to go down and BTC is likely going to go down as well. And so, you know, in change, you're going to have like a massive red number possibly, and that might freak you out and it might, you know, invite you to exit at a loss. You don't want to do that, right? And so, you know, the shock is less strong if you're trading against US dollar, because at least only one is going down and the other one is staying the same. As I said before, like when the bot is trading down, it's still trading on the way down. When the price goes back to its previous level, you're going to end up with more money. That's just how it is. And so don't freak out if we get into a little bit of a bear market. Now, it's always, you know, good to be smart with your money. And if, you know, you see prices are going down and if you know where you can move your money in order to you know, make the most out of it, then by all means do that. If you're a complete beginner and you are happy with just waiting through the fluctuations of price, then, and if you're long-term, then, you know, just leave your bots. Just leave them. And if you also trust the currencies that you have chosen, say you are a true believer in Sol, you're a true believer in BTC, and then all of a sudden we go into a bit of a bear market and you're a beginner, you don't know what to do, where to move your money, and that's the best place you can have it, then just leave the bot, leave the bot, leave it. Okay, good. With that out of the way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open, I have a lot of BTC already. And so what I tend to do when I have BTC bots is it accumulates BTC and then I just have this thing where I just don't want to touch my BTC. And so I don't do anything with the profits. What I do is I take the BTC and I use it in DeFi, right? I stake it or I do something crazy with it. Well, not really crazy. You make good profits. Sometimes I do risky things that I would never talk about on my channel. Because I use throwaway money. Like I use money that maybe I've made from the bot or whatever, and I'm just comfortable with doing that sometimes, just for the sake of potentially getting a high reward, or maybe even losing it all. But it's like, you know, sometimes you do have to sit through a bit of a bear market, and I never exit trades during a bear market. I leave everything as it is, and I just try to find fresh money to invest more when we're in a bear market. But I don't exit anything at a loss. I've not done that so far. Like that's not my kind of mindset. A lot of people do it because they say, okay, I'm going to exit so that I can put it, if I put this money at a loss, right? I cut my losses and I put it over here, then I can regain what I lost and I can make even more. And that's perfectly fine. Everybody has to figure out what their own strategy is when it comes to trading. So that being said, I'm going around the bush so much today. Like, oh, I'm sidetracking. I missed you guys. I missed talking to you guys. I missed it. And now when I turn on the camera, I'm on a roll, you know. I can't stop talking. You know, I have to make up for the 3 or 4 months that I haven't posted. Okay, so I've got a lot of BTC. I'm just going to like be very straightforward about that. I'm just going to say it to you guys so that just in case you're wondering why, you know, I open USDT bots. So I've got a lot of BTC. I've got a lot of BNB. I don't need any more. And I've got quite a lot of ETH, but out of the two, maybe I've got less ETH, you know, out of BTC and BNB. And the thing is that also like I believe ETH is gonna, just wait until ETH 2.0 comes out. What is that going to do to the price? Like, you never know. Like, ETH has a lot of weight, like it's got so much more potential as well. So if I was to accumulate something other than USDT right now, it would be ETH. Just because I have a lot of BTC and I've got a lot of BNB. So, you know, I do have a lot of ETH as well. Like, I've got quite a lot, but I have very high hopes for ETH. I think ETH can definitely like multiply on its price, on its current price a few times. So I would open an ETH bot for myself and a USDT. Why am I opening a USDT bot after saying, you know, all of what I just said? Well, it's because also like if I accumulate BTC or ETH or BNB, I tend to just leave it. I just take it out, I put it in some sort of DeFi project, but I leave the coin as it is, or I wrap the coin, whatever. But with USDT, I like to refresh my account and see USDT, like my balance going up, and then I can use that to invest in coins, new projects, ICOs, NFTs. I'm getting more into NFTs now. NFTs. Yeah, I can just take that money and do what I want with it. I can even just withdraw it to my bank. The price of USDT is always going to reflect the price of the US dollar. So it's not like I'm going to like have to all of a sudden need the money and encounter myself in a bear market and not want to take it. So that's why I like having at least one USDT bot. Let's talk about how I'm going to choose my USDT bot and how I'm going to choose my ETH bot. The way I see it is I'm using the momentum of this currency. It's like I'm just using the currency. I'm taking advantage of it, and in order to gain more of the other currency. Okay, so say I'm going to gain ETH. So in order to choose my ETH pair, I'm going to look at the chart and I'm going to try to find a currency that performs well against ETH, that makes big movements up and down. Like, you don't want the bot to only go up, because at some point, you know, the bot needs to go down a little bit in order to buy low. Okay, you can't just be selling high the whole time. It needs to come down so that you can buy low and then go up so that you can sell high. And so I will look at a chart. I'm going to go through some charts later on, and I'll make a separate video of what bots I've decided to open. So stay tuned. It might come out with the name Cryptorina, just be aware. But do let me know in the comments if you like that name. But you can tell that I don't have a layout for this video. I haven't scripted anything, because I'm just going from one place to another. But I'm just gonna assume that you miss me and you just like listening to me speak. That's definitely gonna have to be another video. I'll film it soon, because I do want to open these bots, given I've just closed all of the other ones. Whew, and that was quite a long update video, wasn't it? Yeah. I hope you enjoyed seeing me again after so long. I definitely loved being here filming this video for you. We'll get back on it. Thank you so much for being here and for engaging with my videos. I would not be making videos if it wasn't because of all of the love that I receive on this channel. So thank you so much, and I will see you very soon in a Bitsgap video. Bye bye. And remember to comment. Comment. Uh-oh. Maybe we can move. Crypto.